YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today we're going to be moving along with the Camaro project. Not going to be doing a whole lot of work today. It's very small things, but they're things that I need to get done. I'm going to try and basically finish up my wiring video in this video. There will still be some things that I need to do after as far as the wiring, but I'm not going to include it in a video. Basically, I'm going to get the main wiring harness wrapped in its shroud and placed where I need it to be. But there's still going to be some of the wires in there that I'm not using, but I'm not going to cut them out yet because I got to wait till the engine is actually running. I don't want to be cutting out anything that I don't, know that I need or not need. I want to make sure I have all the wiring just in case I run into issues in the future. So after I get the engine running, then I'll finish up the wiring, legitimately. But this will probably be the last wiring video. So I'll wrap that in shrouding, and then we're going to cut off the old exhaust just because I need to get that out of there and out of the way so I can focus on letting the car down and focusing on my upcoming videos of like the radiator, painting the pulley system, the hood mounts or brackets, and getting the AC pulley bolts, and a whole bunch of little things. So there will be many more videos coming here soon this month because I will be ordering more parts. So stay tuned for those, and I hope you guys enjoy this short video. Thank you guys so much. The garage is open right now, so if the audio or the lighting is a little bit off, that's why. But I'm gonna have to get to the back of the car in order to work on it. And it's extremely hot today. It's like 100 degrees, so I'm gonna be getting a little sweaty. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you guys. Alright guys, so this is basically what we have left of the wiring harness. This is what I'll be wrapping it in. I think this is a 3/4 or 1 inch split loom, nylon braided wire loom. It works really well. You can just throw some zip ties on wherever you need to keep it tight. But I'm not going to install this now while it's out of the vehicle. I need to get this main wiring harness laid where I want it, and then once I have it all mounted, I can go ahead and install this just in case I need to cut some of the tape, just in case I need more wires on certain areas and stuff like that. I won't be able to wrap this quite yet. I had to order more of the smaller loom in order to wrap this, but we're going to get it routed where it needs to go. And then after that, we're going to move into actually cutting off the exhaust. This is for my fans, so I already have a wire coming out of my firewall that comes from my toggle switch that actually turns this relay on for the fans. Then everything else is already done, so we can move on past that. Okay guys, so this is about as the best of video quality I can get you right now just because of the lighting. But as you can see, I have the main harness kind of draped across, and this is how it'll kind of run. I got my relays over here for my fan and everything. That will mount up over here. And here is my power steering wiring, and my transmission wire is also down here. They're actually already where they exactly need to be. So all I have to do is run the loom over this and kind of get it up against the firewall, and then eventually we'll actually get the loom mounted to the firewall and kind of tucked up in the transmission area, so a lot of the wiring won't be shown. So it'll be a little bit cleaner of an engine bay than, compared to stock. So I'm just going to go ahead and install the sleeving now, and we'll move on. There it is in the wire loom. Now, keep in mind, this isn't its final, assembly spot. Just got it wrapped in the wire loom. Zip tied it where I need it. Obviously here I have a bundle of wires that I'm not going to be using, and I will eventually delete or find a spot for them to be hidden. Also keep in mind, if you don't want to run this to where the relays go, their stock location, you could find somewhere up in this fender well to mount that, and then just run like your power steering connector. And certain things that go on the driver's side, you could run those individually so you have a smaller wiring harness. But I've already drawn up my wiring diagram for this car, so I always know where things are located if anything ever happens. So if you do decide to keep a lot of the driver's side wiring harness on the passenger side, just make sure you make a note somewhere that you won't lose, and you'll know exactly where the wiring actually goes to and what it's for. But besides that, I got my ground wires still out of the wire loom, as well as my transmission wiring and my power steering wiring. That's all out of the wire loom. And then once I get that all tucked up where I want, after I get the blower motor installed, I will actually mount this to the firewall up in here, so you won't really see much of it, and what you do see will be nice and clean. So it came out pretty well. I'll show you the driver's side. So you can kind of see it hanging down there, but once I get it mounted, it'll look a lot better. But here you got the relays. It all goes into this nice bundle. I will put some smaller sleeving over these individual wires here, but this will actually connect to my fan wiring, which is right here, so it'll go inside this sleeve and be nice and clean. And there you go. But do just keep in mind, if you want it to look a little bit cleaner, you could just run or keep the relays mounted on that side of the car somewhere hidden. But I just left it like this for now. But I'm basically done with this. We're gonna move on to the exhaust now. We're here at the back of the vehicle, and since I don't have any saws here at home or cordless tools that will actually get the job done of cutting this exhaust off, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my hacksaw and try and get this thing off. It should come off fairly simple. The biggest issue is going to be finding out a good area to actually cut the exhaust in order to be able to get it out. Because the bends in it and the room underneath the vehicle, it is going to be kind of a pain. There's the part that turns. I could attempt to just cut that off, but they do have that weld for the hanger right there. And then if I cut it too far that direction, I still might not be able to get it out. I also have to look for where I have the most room to actually make a cut. So I'm going to go ahead and try and figure that out now and get this thing cut off. Okay guys, so I was originally going to try and cut it, right past here, but it's a really tight spot and I don't want to be hitting anything else with the saw. So I think what I'm going to do is try and cut up in here, or maybe right here, and get it chopped in half and see if I can pull it out there. Hopefully that works, and we can get this out of here. I'm not really going to record me cutting it because we're going to be here for a little bit trying to get through this thing. So that's what I'm going to do now. So as you can see, I have it chopped off. There's the main part of the straight pipe that comes back, and then all I have left is this part that comes over. So hopefully now I can try and pull this thing out of here without a problem. I really hope I got a good cut on it so I don't have to cut another time, because this already took me about 10 or 15 minutes. Definitely a lot easier with power tools. So if you have them, use them. So there we are, guys. Came right out, no problems whatsoever. Really glad to get this exhaust out of here so I can let the car back down. I'm all done with the rear end. Obviously, you guys can tell I still need to do a lot of undercoating on this car. I tried to do it here at home, but I can only get the car so far off the ground. It's really hard to undercoat with the car only a foot or so off the ground. So later on, after I get the car running, I'll wrap up all the suspension pieces and I will do a nice undercoating on the entire thing. But for now, we're done under here until we get the transmission and we install the cross member and maybe have some drive shaft work done to it. But as far as that, we're good to go. Alrighty guys, so that's basically it for today. Not a real interactive video because it was very small stuff, just installing the wire loom on the main wiring harness. Got that installed. Now the only thing I have left for it is to actually put the mounting points on so I can run the wire exactly where I want it so it's nice and clean when it's done. Then we took the old exhaust and we cut it in half and pulled it out. Got the car back down on the ground. You might get lucky and have an exhaust that's just pieced together and you can just take it apart. Mine was welded together, so we had to cut it because it goes over the rear axle, which you can't get out without cutting it. So we got that all done, and coming up we're going to be doing, the cooling system, mocking up the radiator, the evac system delete, the pulley system, real small things. So not a lot left, and then within the next month or two we will be installing the engine and transmission. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that, so it will be coming here pretty soon. Also, shout out to the Minions Garage for guessing the sneak peek picture for today's video. And if you haven't seen any of his videos, he does have a YouTube channel, so go check that out. Make sure to go to my Facebook page and check out the sneak peek pictures for tomorrow's episode. Keep in mind that these are very general pictures, and it's actually going to go more in depth than what the actual picture shows. So kind of think about what the video could actually possibly be about, because I'm not going to make another video that I've already made before, because one of these pictures might make you think that I'm changing the oil. I've already done an oil change video on my car, so it won't be about that. So kind of think about it, see if you can guess what the video is about tomorrow. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys stay tuned for the upcoming videos on my Camaro, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you guys.